Game 2, baby! Give it up for Game 2. Hello, welcome. Welcome to... Oh, I never changed this. Whoops! Well, I guess I don't have to change much. That's the score from yesterday's game. Change it back to 0-0. Change this back to top of the first. I knew I was forgetting something. Fuck! Shit! But anyways, hello chat. How are we doing? How has your days been so far? What are the vibes like? Oh, it's on vanilla ESPN today. Okay. Or is it? No, it is. So hello Momo. How you doing? I hope you are well. Hello, anybody tuning in. So, yesterday, to basically go over what happened yesterday in Game 1, as we currently now have the score for Tigers-Astros at the bottom screen there, at the bottom of the screen, and we have chat. Actually, let me make sure that's working real quick. It is. Yes, it is working. Very nice, very fun. But, yeah, we've got, yesterday was a pitcher's duel for the most part against Cole Reagans of the Royals and Corbin Burns of the Orioles. Cole Reagans coming out on top as BABYYYY Jr. hit a game-winning single. Had an RBI single that eventually led to the Royals winning the game. And so now it is Game 2. The stakes could not be higher for the Orioles. For as if they lose today, this could be the second year in a row they get swept in the playoffs. And we start potentially looking at them as frauds. You know, the AL Central syndrome. Except the Orioles are an AL East team, but still, you know. We'll basically think of the Orioles as the Dallas Cowboys of the MLB, where they have a fantastic to really, where they either have a fantastic or really good regular season, but then do not perform well in the playoffs or postseason. So to avoid that, they gotta win today and then potentially win tomorrow. The Orioles today have Zach Eflin pitching for them, and who do I wonder. I gotta remember who the Royals have pitching. One sec. Give me a sec real quick. As the game is starting for us, the lineup, it's looking about the same as it was yesterday. We got Michael Massey at second, leading off, then BABYYYY Jr. at shortstop, Vinny Pasquantino back at the DH spot, Salvador Perez at catcher, Yuli Gurriel at first, MJ Melendez at left field, Hunter Renfroe at right field, Kyle Isbell at center field, and then rounding up the lineup is Miguel Garcia at third base. The Orioles have Zach Eflin pitching, as I said. Let me just turn off play music real quick. But, you know, he spent the first half of the season on, I think the Rays? and then got traded to the Orioles. So, all right, nice. Detroit and Houston are still 1-0, but Houston could come back from that, but we're not worried about that as Massey swings and misses at a cutter. It's now 0-2. I missed the first pitch. I apologize. Oh, that's the Tigers. Whoops. I'm guessing he fouled a pitch off while I was trying to find who the Royals have pitching. Oh, Seth Lugo. Okay. As he takes that ball for... He takes a sinker down for ball 1. As that'll make it a 1-2 count. Yeah, he was acquired from Rays in July. As that ball... ESPN showed it as a strike, but I agree that it was potentially a ball there with the ump. So the count is now 2-2 for Massey. As Eflin, he swings, and it gets right past the first baseman, and that ball is going over to the outfield, and he is at second base. Royals starting off the game strong with a leadoff double in the top of the first inning. As that ball went, it potentially couldn't have gotten far, but Mountcastle just couldn't get to it in time. He didn't expect the ball to be traveling as fast as it was, and that'll bring up BABYYYY Jr., who brought in the only run for the Royals yesterday. We'll see if he can bring another one in here. That ball is swung over to the infield, but Westberg grabs it and throws it to Mountcastle. I think that's Westberg at second. Pretty sure it is. But that'll lead to the first out in the top of the first, but it will also move Massey to third. BWJ, BABYYYY Jr., showing some aggression in his first at-bat, and it kind of pays off. It moves the runner over to third. As is now Vinny Pasquantino, as he fouls off a cutter, and that'll be strike 1. Pasquantino yesterday went 0 for 3. He walked once, but mostly struck out, I think, if I remember correctly. As here's the 0-1 pitch. He swings it, and it gets hit into the outfield. It gets through, and that'll score Massey, as it is already a 1-0 ball game for the Royals. Royals starting the game off strong. As they now take a 1-0 lead. Now I'll put Pasquantino in first for Perez as he hits that one foul, a sinker, that was in the zone. Perez, he was 1 for 4 yesterday. I think he grabbed a single at one point, but mostly struck out again. As he swings at that one way out of the zone, but he fouls it off. Still will make it an 0-2 count, sorry. 2-0 would mean he got a ball at some point, but he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. As Eflin prepares for the 0-2 count, swing and a miss, strike 3. Eflin keeping himself composed. As Perez swings a ball way down out of the zone. And that'll be out number 2 for the Orioles, as that'll bring up Yuli Gurriel for the Royals. So here comes the first pitch. Takes it for ball one, a sweeper outside. Gurriel had a 1-for-3 day. Walked and grabbed, well, I think, walked and grabbed a hit, I think. As that is called strike one. Just barely touched the zone there. As it is now a 1-1 count. Eflin looks over to first. Winds up, throws. Way inside. As that'll make it a 2-1 count. Tried to get him with the cutter there. As Gurriel wasn't having any of that. As I now have to also edit the Tigers-Astros score, as the Astros have now scored a run, tied it up over there. It's now a 2-2 count. I think I missed a pitch. Whoops. Oh, it's now a 2-1 ball game over in Houston. I'll do that after this pitch. As Eflin throws, takes it for ball three. Full count now for the Royals first baseman. As Eflin looks over to first. Winds up the 3-2 count. And Gurriel fouls it off. Count remains 3-2. Eflin prepares himself, winds up, throws. That ball is hit over to the infield. Henderson grabs it, throws it to first, and that'll be out number 3. But the Royals strike first on a Vinny Pasquantino single, as it is now a 1-0 ball game heading into the bottom of the first. As I will now take this time to grab another bottle of water because I finished the one that I had before I even started speaking. So if the Royals win this game, they will be heading over to Yankee Stadium to face off against the 1-seed Yankees, who are probably as of right now, the favorites over in the AL side to make it to the World Series. You know, they've got Aaron Judge, who's a beast. They've got Juan Soto, who's a beast. Jazz Chisholm, who was a beast before he got hurt. I think he might have came back and performed well after, too. You know, Gleyber Torres has performed well recently and all that. And then you've also got a really nice pitching staff over there, too. But back over to this game, the lineup for the Orioles is Gunnar Henderson at short, Jordan Westburg at second, Anthony Santander right field, Colton Cowser at left field, Adley Rutschman at catcher, Ryan O'Hearn as the DH, Ryan Mountcastle at first, and I'm going to have to look at my phone to get the rest of that. But the Royals are pitching Seth Lugo today, who had a ERA of 3 in 206 and 2/3 innings with 22 quality starts, tied second best in the MLB. in that regard. But I view that stat as subjective, as Henderson swings at the first pitch he sees, but that's going to go all the way over to Isbell, who grabs it for the out. As that'll be out number 1 for the Orioles. The rest of the lineup, it consists of Cedric Mullins at center field and Ramon Urias at third. So practically the same lineup as yesterday. The only differences are Rutschman is at catcher instead of the DH. Ryan O'Hearn is in at the DH spot, and then James McCann is not starting today. So O'Hearn is basically taking McCann's spot yesterday and subbing and switching positions with Rutschman. As the count is now 1-1 for Westberg, that ball is way inside ball 2. Sinker must have gotten away from him a little bit there. As the count is now 2-1, Lugo winds up, throws. That is outside for ball 3. Tried to trick him with a slider. Westberg wasn't having any of that. So the count is now 3-1 for Lugo. As he winds up and throws. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That'll make it a full count. Good pitch up in the zone. As Lugo winds up, throws, and that one hits him right on the wrist. And they tag him. Is he out? No, it was, in fact, a hit by pitch. Lugo must have thought he swung. And the Royals might try to challenge that. They'll show us the replay here, and that, I think that might have hit the end of the bat. Westberg felt it, but it might have hit the end of the bat as the trainers for the Orioles are looking at him. Okay, I don't think the Royals are actually going to challenge that. And Westberg, is he staying in? He is indeed staying in. All right. So all's well there, as the Orioles now have a base runner at first. I was going to say, I don't think he swung at it. I think it was more of a reactionary thing. As Lugo winds up, throws, that ball is fouled off for Santander. Santander yesterday had an 0-for-4 game, did not contribute much for the Orioles yesterday, but we'll see what he can do today. As he calls time real quick. Looks like he's adjusting his pads. Looks like he has a faulty shoulder pad. Or not shoulder, but elbow. He's the 5th most home runs for a switch hitter in MLB history this season, as he takes that one for ball 1? Yeah, ball 1. Change up down from Lugo, as the count is now 1-1. Lugo throws that close, but they're calling it a ball. Tried to get him with the cutter in. as that'll make it a 2-1 count now. Lugo already at 10 pitches for this inning, as he looks over at first. Winds up, throws. That one is in the zone for a strike. Got him with a changeup up. I'm thinking Santander wasn't expecting it to go back down, but it did. As it is now a 2-2 count. Lugo winds up, throws, swing and a miss, strike 3. As that, I believe, is the first strikeout for Lugo. As that, pretty good pitch to swing at, just missed it. As that'll now bring in Colton Cowser. And he takes a ball in the zone for a strike. Lugo hit him with a sinker. As Cowser yesterday had a 1-for-4 day, didn't strike out. So he was making contact with the ball. It just wasn't enough to get him hits aside from the one. As he fouls this ball off for an 0-2 count. As the Tigers tie their game up. Wow. Neat. And Cowser, takes that for ball 1. So I am now going to edit this Tigers score real quick. But not before, never mind. Lugo tried to pick off Westberg. He goes back in there safely. And he swings and misses for strike 3. A changeup way outside. As that'll be the end of the first inning. Royals are still up 1-0. So we head to the top of the second. While we are at commercial break, I would like to remind you all that if you would like to actually watch the game, today's game is on ESPN, whatever channel number it might be for you. Whether you use Comcast, DirecTV, Fubo TV, Hulu Live TV. You know, what have you. If you live in other countries aside from the US, you can watch the games on MLB.TV. If you have a subscription, of course. As now, we head back into this game. Zach Eflin back on the mound. As MJ Melendez takes this for... Oh, they called it a strike. All right. Strike one. Melendez, I think, got a hit yesterday. I don't know. They showed it briefly before this next pitch came in, as that one was a ball. So it's now a 1-1 count for Melendez as Eflin winds up and throws. That ball is fouled back. That'll make it strike two. It'll make it a 1-2 count. Detroit, Houston still tied 2-2. In the top of the eighth in that game. As Eflin winds up and throws, that ball is taken for ball two, a fastball way outside. I feel like that one might have gotten away from him. As he winds up for the 2-2 count, throws, swing and a miss, strike three. So that'll be the first out of this inning. As they are, I guess, showing us what's going on with Tigers, Astros real quick. As it's already an 0-1 count, thanks to ESPN doing that. Thanks, ESPN. I appreciate you. 0-1 count now as Eflin throws the pitch down outside the zone for ball one. Hunter Renfroe now at the plate as he didn't start yesterday. I thought he did, but I guess he didn't, as that makes it a 2-1 count now. So Renfroe's making his first start of this postseason. His career versus Eflin he's 5 for 13 with a homer. As he swings and misses for strike two. Count is now 2-2 as Eflin prepares himself real quick. Begins his windup. Throws. Fouled back. Stood up, trying to see where that ball was going. Went into the bleachers, so he obviously did not have a play. 2-2 once more. Eflin winds up, throws. That ball is hit foul as it remains a 2-2 count. I'm gonna bundle myself up in a blankie real quick because it's a little chilly today. It's a little chilly. It's a bit chillier today than it was yesterday. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. I mean, it's been a bit chilly, all week. I'm guessing down here is finally starting to feel that for me. As the count is now 3-2. I missed a pitch, sorry. As Eflin winds up, throws. Ball 4. And that'll put a base runner at first. So that brings up... actually gonna keep this lineup on me at all times. That brings up Kyle Isbell for the Royals. Eflin winds up for the first pitch. Isbell takes it for ball 1. Kyle Isbell yesterday went 0 for 3. I believe he either walked or he did not get a fourth plate appearance. Both could have equally happened. Not really sure which one did. As he takes that one for a strike, that curveball went right back into the strike zone. Fooled Isbell with that one. as it is now a 1-1 count. Eflin winds it back, throws. That ball is hit over to short. Henderson takes it over to short himself. He does not have a play at first, though. Or sorry, he takes it to second himself. I'm guessing... yeah, Westberg wouldn't have made it in time. So good decision from Henderson. You just wish you would have gotten the double play there. As that'll bring up Miguel Garcia as he takes a ball. And yesterday, Garcia was 1 for 2 with a walk. He had a walk and a hit. And one of those led to the only run the Royals scored yesterday, as he takes that for strike 1. Meanwhile, in Houston, bases are loaded with 2 outs, top of the 8th. Still a 2-2 ball game, though. Eflin picks off, or rather, tries to pick off Isbell. Isbell is back safely, though. That is 1 for 2 on pickoff attempts there, as he looks back over at first. Eflin winds it, throws, and Henderson this time throws it over to first, has a play, as that'll be out number 3, and that'll bring up the Orioles to try to tie this game at the bottom of the second. Score is still 1-0. As I will BRB real quick and take a quick little pee break. I will be right back. I'm going to play the music, but I'm not going to go on the BRB screen. Alright, I am back. As now we have a 2-2 count, and that ball is hit all the way over to Isbell, and that'll be the first out of the inning for the Royals. That was Adley Rutschman who was at the plate, and that'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn, the DH. As they are now showing more of the Tigers Astros game. As that game's 5-2 now. Okay, I gotta change that real quick. Bam. It's now a 1-0 count for Ryan O'Hearn. Sorry about that. As he hits that ball, and that gets just outside of the infield, and that'll be a 1-out hit for the Orioles. Ryan O'Hearn, he came in yesterday, I think, grabbed a hit. I can't remember if he grabbed a hit yesterday, but he came in yesterday, did pretty well. He's in today, and he is once again doing pretty well. We'll see if they can actually capitalize on O'Hearn's pretty well performance here. As Mountcastle swings and misses for strike one. Ryan Mountcastle had an 0-for-3 day with 2 strikeouts. And he takes that one for ball 1. As it is now a 1-1 count. The Orioles are 2 for 14, 7 strikeouts with runners on base in the postseason. As Mountcastle hits that ball foul, that'll make it 1-2. Was a little earlier late on it. If he times up the swing better, that is possibly a double. That possibly scores O'Hearn. But maybe he'll get another gift here for a pitch. As Lugo looks over to first. Mountcastle steps in, looks over again. Lugo winds up, throws, down for a ball. Makes it a 2-2 count. Lugo tried to hit him with the changeup. Mountcastle wasn't having it. It's Lugo. Winds up, throws. Swings at that one, which was way out of the zone, but he luckily fouls it off. Stays alive in the at-bat, as it is now a 2-2 count. Reminder that if the Royals win today, they head over to New York to face the Yankees on Saturday in the ALDS. As he swings and misses at that one, and that'll be strike 3. That is Lugo's 3rd strikeout today. The Orioles so far have no answers for these Royals pitchers. These Royals starting pitchers. As Reagan's yesterday and so far Lugo today have been eating them alive. As Mullins bunts here, but that goes foul. He'll have to retreat back over to the plate. That'll make it an 0-1 count for Mullins. Tries the sacrifice, but it rolls over into foul territory. And we'll see what Mullins does here. Will he try it again, or will he actually swing? Mullins had a pretty good day yesterday. He was 2 for 3 with a double. Orioles just didn't capitalize on his performances, though, as he fouls that off. Makes it an 0-2 count. O'Hearn takes his lead at first. Lugo, swing and a miss. That is strike 3. Okay. Well, that'll bring up the top of the Royals lineup, as that'll make it still a 1-0 ball game. Orioles, once again, not capitalizing on they're not capitalizing on the hits that they create. And the Royals pitchers are eating this Orioles lineup alive, it seems. But again, if the Royals win today, they will have swept the Orioles in a best-of-3. The Wild Card Series is a best-of-3, in case you all didn't know that. And if the Royals win today, they will have swept the Orioles, and they will head over to New York on Saturday for the ALDS, which is a best-of-5 series. And then we'll I lost my train of thought, sorry. But another thing, if the Royals win today, it'll increase the Orioles' postseason losing streak in terms of single games to 10, which will tie that, which will make them be the sole recipients of second place in that regard, behind since 2000, only behind fucking what's his face, only behind the Twins, who had an 18 game losing streak in the playoffs. No matter where they started the postseason, whether they won their division, whether they were a wild card team, they always lost until last year when they finally swept the Blue Jays. This is an 0-2 count for Michael Massey. Bobby Witt Jr. in the batter in the on deck. Sorry, I am losing my mind right now. Michael Massey, he had a 2-for-5 game yesterday. Currently has a double and is also the run that was scored in the first inning. So we'll see what he can do. He can do here. Is a 1-2 count. Oh my god, it's baseball season. It's true. It's the postseason. Hello, Edgy. How are you? As that ball is taken for ball 2, it is now a 2-2 count to Massey. Eflin already at 43 pitches this inning, or this game, as Massey swings it and it hits it over to Westberg, who throws it to first, grabs the out. So that'll be out number 1 for the Orioles. So that'll bring up Bobby Witt Jr. So they're showing a tweet from Ann Rogers about him. He wore Smitty Weatherman Jenkins' hat. That's a SpongeBob joke, by the way. It was just one of those normal, like, sports drink, like, just one of those normal drink hats where you sip whatever 2 drinks are at the side there, as Witt hits that, and it escapes the infield, and that'll be a single for Bobby Witt Jr. Seems he is picking up right where he left off yesterday, as well as the rest of this Orioles offense. We'll see what he can do on the bases, and we'll see what Vinny Pasquantino can do at the plate, as he so far has been the only one to score, to bat in a run for the Royals. As that ball is taken, they call it a ball. I would argue it's a strike. So far this series, he is 1 for 4 with a walk and 2 strikeouts, I think is what that said. As he fouls that off for strike 1, sorry. I forgot the other one was called a ball. Is now a 1-1 count. Bobby Witt Jr. first shortstop in MLB history with multiple 30 for 30 seasons. Well, that's neat. I didn't know he got one yesterday. Last year. I'm losing my fucking marbles right now. So that's a 1-2 count for Pasquantino. He fouls another ball off. Bobby Witt. We'll see if he can. Well, not if he can. We'll see if he tries to steal here. Witt, they throw it over to first. Trying to, with a pickoff attempt. It fails. As it is still a 1-2 count for Pasquantino. Eflin picks off again, and he uses the rest of his pickoff attempts. His free pickoff attempts. Now if he tries to pick off BWJ again, and he's called safe, Bobby Witt gets a free base, as that is taken for ball 2. That is how that works. That was implemented last year. As here's the 2-2 pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 3, or... No, it was a strikeout. I don't know what the camera was doing. The camera made me think that was a foul ball. No, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. It's the 3rd strikeout of the day for Zach Eflin. As Perez swings and hits that ball deep, and it falls. He keeps it as a single, but Bobby Witt goes over to third. So we now have a man at first and third with only 1 out, or 2 outs. Forgot Pasquantino struck out. I forgot Massey even started the inning. Perez decided to be a little aggressive at the plate this time around. It worked out, as looks like the pitching coach is coming over to Eflin, and Rutschman is there too, having a little mound visit for him. He's already at 52 pitches, and it seems like they're getting a few bullpen arms ready. Looks like they're simply just stretching at the moment. That could change if Eflin doesn't get out of this inning. And the Orioles didn't really use their bullpen yesterday, as they didn't really need to. They were mostly tied most of the game, and Burns kept his pitch count to a minimum. But they might have to go into it a little earlier this game, as Eflin is struggling. As that was called a strike for Gurriel. He is 0 for 1 in the game, 1 for 4 in the series so far. As Eflin steps off the bag for a second. Steps off the mound, rather. Bobby Witt at third. Perez at first. Eflin winds up, throws, taken for ball 2. Or ball 1. Oh, that last pitch was a strike? This game is confusing me so far. But is now a 1-1 count. Throws. That ball is hit way up into the air. As Mullins tracks it down, gets the out, keeps the Orioles within 1. As that'll bring Urias up to the plate when we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Meanwhile, it is now the bottom of the 9th in Houston, as the Tigers have a chance to sweep the Astros. And if they do that, they'll take on the Guardians in a division matchup, which would honestly be pretty funny. If that happened. Don't know if it will, but it would be really funny. Sorry, I'm checking Discord right now. Checking Discord. Let's see what's going on. Brandon Hyde still seeking first postseason win as manager of the Orioles. So far is not succeeding, but we'll see if that changes. As Ramon Urias is up the plate now, and he takes that for ball 1. Here comes the next pitch. He takes that for ball 2. He takes that one for strike 1. Sorry, I'm back zoned in now. I'm in the zone. I probably should have put an ad break before, while we were on commercial. I'm going to delay that for 5 minutes. As that ball is hit deep, and Melendez grabs it. Tracks that ball down and grabs it for out number 1. That could have been trouble for the Royals. And so far, the Royals have shown they can track down deep balls in the outfield fairly well. I don't think they've missed a ball they've tracked down other than the one Melendez overshot yesterday. But they're showing that again as wow. Santa Claus was there for some reason. I don't know why is Santa there? Well, I guess, day off. Day off at the ballpark as Henderson hits that foul. That'll be a 1-1 as they'll make it a 1-1 count now. Yeah, Santa's at the ballpark today. As Lugo winds up and throws. That is called for strike 2. Got enough of the zone to where they'd be able to call it a strike. Lugo throws. Ball 2. Just out of that corner of the zone there. Lugo winds up, throws, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the changeup. As that is Lugo's 5th strikeout of the day now. As they show this play from Melendez again. The Royals' starting pitching so far, again, has been lights out for these Orioles hitters. As that ball is taken for was way too outside. I believe Reagan's ended the day with 8 strikeouts. Lugo's already at, I think, 6 or 5. He's already at 5, bottom of the 3rd. Jordan Westburg was hit by a pitch last inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Takes it for ball 2. Lugo not showing any signs of fatigue. Well, I guess that's normal. Sweeper, did he go? Ump says he did. Strike 2. Count is now 2-2 as, yeah, he went. Good call from the ump. The umpires this throughout the whole season have been kind of bad, but I will admit, other than calling balls and strikes, they've been pretty good so far this postseason. As he fouls that off, stays alive. The count is still 2-2. The Orioles, again, have lost 9 straight postseason games, their last win coming to 2014 in the ALDS. That was Game 3 they won. As that ball gets over to BABYYYY, he throws it just in time for out number 3. All right, I'm going to run this ad real quick because it's going to run in about 2 minutes anyway. I will see you guys afterwards. We might still be in commercial, we might not, who knows. Anyways, be right, or if you're subscribed, you'll still be here, but, or if you have Twitch Turbo, you will still be here. But for those who don't, see you after the ad break. As I already hit them with the ad break. Alright, we're going to change the inning as it is now top of the 4th. Let's get a quick look at Padres Tigers. That game is over as the Tigers sweep the Astros and are heading over to Cleveland to face the Guardians. Man, what an upset. Honestly. Like, good for them in getting there. Good for them in winning. Like, That's... Wow. I was not expecting that. Anyways, gonna get all that out of there. Back into this game so I can have my lineup. Next inning will start with MJ Melendez. I like water. How about you? I like water. And so should you. Well, there are a couple peeps watching from their rooftop, from their balconies in that apartment complex over there. I wonder what, it's like living. I wonder what the rent is over there. It's probably very high, as that ball gets hit way up into the air. And Mullins has got it for out number 1. Melendez getting a little aggressive there, as that'll bring up Hunter Renfroe. Hunter Renfroe, he had walked his first plate appearance. Welcome back to those of you who were hit by the ad. By the way, as Eflin throws a ball outside, so that'll make it a 1-1 count. Eflin throws it 1-1. Sorry, I'm zoning out left and right. God. But it is a 2-1 count now, as this is the Royals' first postseason appearance since 2015 when they won the World Series. We'll see what they can do this year in the postseason. So far, not too shabby. Already have a win. Are currently winning this game, so could potentially get another one and sweep the Orioles, as that ball is swung on, fouled off. Count is now 2-2. As Hunter Renfroe steps out of the plate real quick, goes back in. Eflin winds up, throws. That ball is taken for ball 3. Full count now for Renfroe as he prepares himself. Eflin winds up, throws, hit up into the outfield, and that is taken by Westberg. So that'll be out number 2. So they're now showing what happened in the Tigers-Astros game. Tigers, if you were too busy being in an ad break and didn't know, the Tigers have won and are now heading to Cleveland to face the Guardians, as that ball is taken for strike 1, just barely touched the strikes, got into the strike zone there. As Kyle Isbell is now up at the plate, here's the 0-1 pitch, fouled off, so that'll make it strike 2. Isbell, so far this postseason, has not gotten a hit. We'll see if that'll change here. As Eflin throws the 0-2 pitch. Check swing, but fouled off. The 0-2 will continue. Ball boy giving the umpire a fresh set of balls. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. That ball is taken for ball 1. A little too outside there, as it is now a 1-2 count. Comes the next pitch. Sinker way outside for ball 2. As this next pitch thrown by Eflin will be his 69th pitch. Nice. But here comes the 2-2 count. That ball is fouled off. It will remain a 2-2 count. God, imagine if he would have gotten the strikeout on the 69th pitch. That would have been funny. As Danny Colomb, a lefty, is warming up in the bullpen right now. As Isbell fouls that off. Count remains 2-2. So with Colomb warming up in the bullpen, I'm just gonna assume that this will be Eflin's last inning. So he goes for it. That is fouled off again. Isbell really battling here in this at-bat. As it'll now be, though. As it'll now be the 9th pitch in this at-bat. Here it comes, and he is hit right at the knee. And that'll move him up to first base. That'll bring up Michael Garcia. Not how you want to end that at-bat. It was such a crucial one as well. And with that, I believe this might as well definitely be Eflin's last inning. Not as strong a start as you would like, but we'll see if they're going to let him try to get out of this jam here. 3 strikeouts, has allowed 4 hits and a run and a walk. Has hit 2 batters, that was Westbrook who got hit, never mind. As the pitching coach once again discusses things with Eflin. They head back over to their respective places. As Eflin now at 72 pitches. It's ready to face off Michael Garcia. So here comes the first pitch. That is swung and hit foul. That'll make it an 0-1 count. Eflin, since July 24th, I believe when he got traded, he has given up 3 or fewer runs in each of his starts. As that is taken for ball 1. Garcia so far is 1 for 3 this series with a walk and a run. It was the only run scored yesterday in Kansas City's win. As Eflin pitches, that ball is hit up deep, but Cowser has it, and that'll be at out number 3. And that'll bring up the bottom of the 4th, as they now show Frankie Lindor of the Mets getting ready to take on the Brewers at about 7:30, I think, is when that game starts. So that game is starting 2 hours later than it did yesterday, but that's fine. I can watch 2 games at once later tonight. I won't be streaming those games, but I can watch 2 at once. It's fine. Alright. I'm going to be taking another quick bathroom break. I will be right back. I'm gonna wait to get the music on first before I mute myself. Alright. This ball is hit, and that's going to be a base hit for Anthony Santander, as that'll put a runner at first to lead off the fourth inning. Came back just in time to get that. Orioles fans on their feet, as hopefully, you know, this is exactly what they need to get back into this game. It's what you're hoping for as an Orioles fan, as that ball is taken for ball one. As Colton Cowser steps up to the plate. 1 for 5 in the series so far with a strikeout. I believe he struck out in this game as well. But the count is now 1-1 for Cowser. As Lugo winds up, throws, swing and a miss, strike two. Was a nasty curveball he served up there. As the count is now 1-2. Fourth pitch of the at-bat coming here. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. It'll remain a 1-2 count. Lugo so far has been doing well for the Royals, especially with traffic on base. We'll see if that changes this inning. As he throws over to first, trying to get Santander. Does not work. He only has one more free attempt to try to get Santander. So here comes the fifth pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's Lugo's 6th strikeout of the game so far. That'll be the first out for the righty for the Royals. So he gave him, I believe that was another nasty curveball there that stayed in the zone. As Rutschman hits it and it escapes the infield, as Santander now stays at second. 2 men on for the Orioles with 1 out. Rutschman getting a little aggressive there, and it pays off for him. As the infield now meets up with Seth Lugo. As ESPN shows what channels each divisional series will be on Saturday. But let's not worry about that right now. Let's for right now worry about this game. As Ryan O'Hearn is now at the plate, he takes that one for ball 1. Santander at second, Rutschman at first. The tying and go-ahead runs on base as O'Hearn gets that. Massey grabs it and gets O'Hearn out, but that moves Santander and Rutschman to scoring position. And it'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle. Massey making an excellent play at second to keep that in the infield. Could unfortunately only get O'Hearn out there as Mountcastle takes that. And they called it a strike, even though it was out. That was a ball in my eyes, but my eyes must not be as good as the umpire's eyes. And that is taken for ball 1, way too inside. Almost clipped him in the dick with that one. As it is now a 1-1 count for Mountcastle. Lugo winds up and throws. Swung at it. Strike 2. Don't know why he was swinging there. That ball was once again too inside. As Lugo now has the advantage in this count. As that ball is hit way up into the air, it looks like he might have it, and he does. Wasted opportunity for the Baltimore Orioles. As it remains a 1-0 ball game. Can't stick around, friend, but I wanted to say hi. Have a good stream. Thank you, Cubic. Always appreciate you stopping by every once in a while, even if it is short-lived. Take a sippy of water. I'm going to see what's going on in the Twitter world real quick while we are on commercial. All right, we're back to a game as that ball is taken for ball one. Denny Colomb now in the game. Had a 2.12 ERA across 29 and 2/3 innings during the regular season. That ball is swung on and missed for strike one by Massey. Here comes the throw, or the pitch, 2-1. Sorry, man. I'm out of it. Get off Twitter real quick. As that ball is fouled off, the count is now 2-2. For the Royals. As Massey is at the plate. He doubled in this game, which led to the Royals' only run this game. That ball is called a ball. I would argue that's a strike, but alright. As the count is now full for Michael Massey. BABYYYY Jr. on deck as Massey swings and misses for strike three. Colomb got him with that one. As we now see a Sage ad with Cal Ripken Jr., who I believe is a minority owner of the Orioles, who he played for during his MLB career. So good on him. As that is taken... Oh, no! They called it a strike on BABYYYY Jr. Alright. Guess that was a makeup call for the what should have been a strike earlier. So here comes the 0-1. Witt swings and misses on the cutter inside. That'll make it strike two. It's an 0-2 count now. It's Colomb so far getting these hitters as Witt Jr. hits it over to Henderson. Henderson throws, and that'll be out number 2. Good job by Henderson to get there, get to the ball, quickly throw it over to first to get the out. That play was a lot closer just due to BWJ's speed. As now Vinny Pasquantino is up at the plate and he takes a strike. 0-1 count right at the moment. As Colomb sets himself, he throws. That ball is hit out to the outfield and it's down for a base hit. Pasquantino now has his second single of the day. As that'll bring in Salvi Perez. Or Perez. Oh, fucking... I sound so American whenever I try to pronounce these Spanish names. I'm so sorry. I sound white as fuck whenever I try to pronounce these names. It's funny. As Colomb is now being taken out of the game. I'm guessing 3 batters was all he was getting. Sorry, chat. I am once again looking at Twitter while we on commercial. See that we are back now. So here's the pitch from Webb. So that'll be ball that was taken for ball 1. And is that Pasquantino's hand? Ew, why are they showing that? That's gross. That ball is taken, or no, he hit him. That'll move Pasquantino up to second, and Perez up to first. So now you have 2 insurance runs at first and second. Because I'm guessing that thing on Pasquantino's hand is because of his thumb fracture. As Yuli Gurriel now steps to the plate, currently has an 0 for 2 day so far. God, I can't get the image they just showed out of my head. It's now Gurriel is at the plate. Webb winds up, throws. That one is taken for a ball. Try to sweep her outside. Gurriel wasn't going for it. So far in the series, he is 1 for 5, Gurriel. as he takes another sweeper outside for ball 2. Gurriel in his postseason career has 8 home runs and is a 2-time World Series champion with the Houston Astros. One of those times he cheated, one of those times he didn't. Allegedly. So the count is now 3-0 for Gurriel. So he takes that for ball 4, and that'll load the bases for MJ Melendez, I think, is who's up. As the pitching coach now talks to Webb. Yeah, MJ Melendez is up next. Robinson Cano is now pitching is now warming up in the bullpen rather. So bases are loaded for MJ Melendez. Here's the pitch, swing and fouled it off. As that is strike 1. MJ Melendez so far in the series is 0 for 5 with a strikeout. And for this game is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. I think the strikeout might have come this game. As he swings and misses for strike 2. A fastball up and out, but still keeping in the zone. Orioles fans on their feet. Try to rally their guy as they try to get the final out in this 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. It was way too high of a fastball there. As it isn't a 1-2, as it is still a 1-2 count. And he swings and misses. Strike 3. Webb gets out of it, as that'll bring up the Orioles lineup. And it remains, once again, a 1-0 ball game. Sec, OBS is being stinky. There we go. Alright, let's see what this Discord ping's all about. Alright, we're back to the game. As he takes that one for strike one. Seth Lugo back in the game. As Mullins swings at this one but fouls it off. That'll be strike two. Mullins had a really good game yesterday, just the rest of the lineup couldn't capitalize on his upbringings. We'll see what happens here as he takes that one for ball one. That sinker was way too high. And that curveball was way too low as he takes that one for ball two. Seems like he's trying to get him to swing here. Not really sure how well that's working out for him, but we'll see as it is now a 2-2 count. Lugo winds up, throws, curveball way too far down, and it is now a full count for Cedric Mullins. The Royals currently holding a 1-0 lead in this game. If they win, they sweep the Orioles and go to take on the Yankees in New York. As Lugo winds up the pitch and throws. Mullins hits it up into the air, and that ball is gone! Home run for the Baltimore Orioles. It is now a 1-1 ball game. Cedric Mullins just decides, fuck it, I'll do it myself. And hits a solo shot 398 feet to right field. And just like that, the Orioles are now back in this game. To be fair, they never really were out of it because it was only a 1-0 ball game. But Mullins really just said, fuck it, I'll do it myself. As Urias hits that ball and it falls down for a base hit. O's seem to have a rally going this inning. As the manager steps up to the stairs as we get another look at that shot, and it was a beauty from Mullins. He was pretty successful yesterday in getting hits for the O's. His team couldn't seal the deal for him, so he just decides, fuck it, I'll hit a solo shot, get us into this game. And it is now a 1-1 ball game. As Henderson is now at the plate, as that ball is way too high for ball one. So far for this series, Henderson is 0 for 5 with a walk and a strikeout. So far in this game, he is 0 for 2. But he has a 1-1 count here with a man at first. We'll see if the Mullins homer maybe strikes something within the rest of the lineup. Lugo now at 75 pitches as he winds up for the 2-1. That ball is taken for ball 3. O's fans on their feet as they are now right back into this game. And that is taken for ball 4. And that puts the go-ahead run in scoring position. Cal Ripken Jr. applauding that walk from Henderson. as Jordan Westburg is now at the plate. And he takes that one for strike one. Thought it would go down farther than it did. Now the bases are loaded. What happened? I looked at my phone for like 2 seconds. The bases are now loaded. O's fans going crazy right now. Bases loaded, no outs. Lugo tried to make a play, but he bobbled the ball. And that led Westburg, and as well as everyone else, to safely get on base. And that will bring in Anthony Santander. With no outs, he swings and misses at a fastball up. As it is now an 0-1 count. He is 1 for 6 so far with 2 strikeouts in the series. 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout in the game. He takes a cutter up, and it is now a 1-1 count. Santander prepares for the next pitch. That ball is popped up into the air. Everyone files back to base. And Gurriel takes it for out number 1. Santander cursing himself there. Couldn't capitalize. But you're still good here. The bases are still loaded. He was like, oh my God! As that, I believe, takes out Lugo. What a performance from Lugo. But in the end, just got into a bit of trouble. Royals now go to their bullpen to try and get him out of this jam that he's in. The Royals are now bringing in Angel Zerpa, or Angel Zerpa. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm going to butcher it several times. I'm sorry in advance. As Colton Cowser is now at the plate for the Orioles, base is still loaded. Cowser is 1 for 6 with 2 strikeouts, both of them in this game. So he takes that one for a strike. A sinker down, but still in the zone. So now Zerpa prepares for the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Cowser trying to hero swing here, it seems. If I were him, I would not be doing that. I'd just wait till he gives him a pitch he wants, and he seems to have learned that, as it is now a 1-2 count. You don't have to, swing for the fences here. If you're Colton Cowser, just put the ball in play, put it deep enough, and that hits him, I think. What happened? He's on the ground in pain, so it definitely hit him. Did he swing first? Is the real question. He seems to be alright overall. Let's see what happened here. He did attempt to swing, and then it hit him in the fingers. And I think the Orioles are going to have to take Cowser out of this game. After that, possibly check on those fingers. He did, in fact, swing the bat. So it... Oh, it was a strikeout. Okay, well, he went down into the dugout anyway. Regardless, so... Here, and with that, here's Adley Rutschman. He's been known, not as of recently, but in general, to be clutch in these kind of moments. We'll see what he can do here. With the bases loaded, 2 outs. He takes that one for ball 1. Takes that one for ball 2. Zerpa doesn't seem to want to throw a strike to Rutschman, but he might have to. And that ball is thrown over to first. Orioles once again do not capitalize on a pretty favorable situation, I would say. But they do tie the game on a Cedric Mullins solo shot. So you have that. But once again, just failing to capitalize with runners in scoring position. All right. Yippee! I like water. I like hydration. I did not change. Go back. Go back to OBS. Change what inning it is. It is the top of the 6th. Now you may go back to browser. Now, fuck. Why, computer, do you fuck with me like this? It's a 2-1 count. Renfroe fouls it off, making it a 2-2 count. We just check OBS, see if everything's working properly here. It is. And now it's a swing and a miss from Renfroe, as that is strike 3. As Webb is now being taken out of the game. And they're bringing in another arm from the bullpen, the Orioles. All right. We are back from commercial break. And they've brought in Cionel Perez, who had a 4.53 ERA and 53 2/3 innings in the regular season. We'll have to see what he does here in the postseason. But not bad for a mid-rotation arm, I think. As that slider is up and in for a ball 1. All right, Perez winds up, throws, slider down and away for ball 2. Longest streak in Baltimore history. He has allowed 0 home runs in 103 straight appearances. We'll see if he can keep that going against the bottom of the Royals lineup as Isbell takes another ball, a sinker down. And Perez is going to have to throw a strike if he wants any chance at not walking Isbell. Unless they want to walk Isbell. And he does, in fact, throw a strike. A sinker down, but in the zone, and that'll make it a 3-1 count. Perez now staring over at a dugout. Throws. That ball is hit over to third, and it's thrown safe. Ball bounced super high up into the air. Urias just didn't have any opportunity for the play. That went so high up into the air. They tried. Like, good God. That's just bad luck. As I'm sure that'll be ruled as an infield single. That ball is taken for strike one. Just barely caught the zone with that sinker. As Michael Garcia is now at the plate. He's currently 0 for 2 this game, 1 for 4 in this series as a whole. So he takes that for strike two. Okay. That one was more out than the last one. Or out of the zone, rather. It was inside that time. It was an inside sinker, but ump gave him that call. So here comes Perez. He takes that for ball one. Garcia. It is now a 1-2 count. Perez looks over, throws, swing and a miss, strike three. So I'm going to click snooze on this ad so you guys won't get hit by it while we're in the middle of the inning and we're not in commercial. That ball is in the zone for a strike. Michael Massey is 1 for 3 with a double and a run and a strikeout. He's 2 for 7 in the series as a whole. As he hits that ball up into the air. Does anybody have a play on it? They do not. As that'll bring Isbell to third. And the Royals now have a man in scoring position. The go-ahead run in scoring position, rather. Now we'll bring up the man of the hour, BABYYYY Jr., with a chance to bring the go-ahead run home once again. Brandon Hyde is taking Perez out of the game, bringing in another bullpen arm. And I am going to run a 2-minute ad break while I go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, chat. Alright, never mind on the bathroom break. They came back into this game way sooner than I thought they would have. If you guys are still in ad break, I apologize, as Yanier Cano, sorry about the Robinson Cano comment earlier, that was wrong. But Yanier Cano is on the mound now as BABYYYY Jr. gets ready for this. And he takes strike one down in the zone, or in the zone. That was right down the middle. That was a pitch he probably would have loved to have there. As he takes another pitch up for ball one. So far has only thrown fastballs, a four-seamer, and a sinker. See what he gives BWJ here. And that ball is hit, and Westberg grabs it, and he's safe. And that'll score another run for the Royals. BABYYYY Jr. does it again. He brings in the run, a fantastic diving stop from Westberg. BABYYYY was just way too fast to get out there, though. Great attempt from Westberg, but overall, unable to capitalize. As it is now a 1-0 count to Pasquantino. He takes it for ball... Or no, they called it a strike. Sorry about everything malfunctioning, chat. Fucking... It's great. I love streaming on this computer. This piece of shit. Can barely load anything. So it is a 2-1 count for Pasquantino, who already has 2 singles and an RBI this game. As he check swing. Did he go? He did not. Takes it for ball 3. He has already drove in a run for the Royals. Let's see if he can do it again here. As he takes it for ball 4. Not going to get the chance. Just goes for the walk. Loads the bases for Salvi Perez. Bases loaded. 2 outs for the Royals, and Perez check swing, but they're going to call it a strike anyway, even though it was out. Or, well, it was in, but it was out of the zone. Salvi so far has a single strikeout and was hit by a pitch today. See what he does here. As he hits that one foul for strike 2. You're not playing, shut up. And now Cano, Salvi hits it, and it's foul. Everyone forced to go right back to where they were, as the count remains 0-2. Bases loaded, top of the 6th, 2 outs. 0-2 count for Salvi Perez. you want to watch the action for yourself while listening to my immaculate broadcasting skills, just go to ESPN on whatever channel it might be as Perez swings and misses for strike 3, and Cano gets out of it. But the Royals still tack on a run as we head to the bottom of the 6th. It is now a 2-1 ball game. Alright, I am now going to go to the bathroom for real this time, chat. For real this time. If I can change this inning first. As OBS as this computer is still giving me problems. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. I get it. You suck. One of these days I'll be able to get a new one. Today is not one of those days. Alright. I now go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, chat. Was it just that quick of an inning, or have they not gotten back from commercial yet? Alright. I'm guessing they got the first out and then put in another pitcher. We've now got John Schreiber for the Royals here. What, a 3.66, I think it said on their ERA in the regular season. We'll see what he does here. The music, YouTube just in general stopped working. So I'm going to have to open that back up real quick so I can get it working again. For when I have to end stream or BRB to go potty again. The Schreiber gets Mountcastle with a strike. Apparently, bro just took that shit. As swing and a miss, strike 2. Mountcastle, what are you doing, buddy? Good God. It's looking like Mullins is going to have to take this into his own hands again. As Mountcastle takes that one for ball 2. Or for ball 1, rather, sorry. And that is a swing and a miss, strike 3 for Mountcastle. As Schreiber comes into the game and shuts down Mountcastle. And now here comes Cedric Mullins, who hit a bomb to the right center field. That went about 398 feet. And scored Baltimore's only run as Mullins hits that one, but it is caught by Melendez. And a rather quick bottom of the 6th inning goes by. We head to the top of the 7th. It's still 2-1 Kansas City. Alright, and we are back from commercial break. As I try to... Oh wait, I forgot to... Alright, top of the 7th, Cano still in the game as Gurriel takes a sinker for a strike. It's now an 0-1 count so far for Gurriel. So I need to change the inning here real quick. Give me a sec, I apologize. I am not very professional, but that's okay. Gurriel swings, hits it over to third, and the Orioles get the out there. So I'll now bring up MJ Melendez. As Melendez hits that ball, it gets out of the infield, and that'll be a base hit for MJ Melendez. Royals now have an insurance run at first. We'll see if they can capitalize here, or if the Orioles can keep it to a one-run game. Something they've had to do throughout most of this series. Let's try to keep it a one-run game, try to come back, as Melendez is being subbed out for, I believe that's Garrett Hampson, to pinch run. I know his last name is Hampson. I don't know if his first name is Garrett or not. As Hunter Renfroe is now at the plate. So far is 0 for 2 in the series. See what he does here is he takes that one for ball one. A sinker down. Tries to pick him off. It fails. As now... Swing and a miss. Hampson tries to steal, and he's out. Strike him out, no, it wasn't a strikeout. Count was. But they get him out. I think the Royals might try to review it. There's nothing to review there. He got him. He's out. And they are not going to review that. As Renfroe now does not have a man on base. And there are 2 outs. So he takes that for ball 2. Hopefully, I got the playlist back up for that. And that's out number 3 for Cano. And it is still a 2-1 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Royals need 9 more outs to secure the series win, to take on the Yankees in New York. So I'm going to go grab another water bottle real quick. I'll be right back, chat. I'm not going to mute or anything, though, because I just got to go over here. son as well. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm 10 years old. Trapped in a 22-year-old's body. I'll have a motherfucking Capri Sun. It's not wild cherry though, which is my favorite. Is that condensation or oh no, that's ice. Those are icicles. This might be a little frozen. Capri Sun slushy, let's go! Oh, I'm getting pinged out the wazoo. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? I think they're all starting their lethal streams. Starting the company. The lethal company. I never unmuted myself in this Discord call. I've been putting myself in this Discord call in case any friendos wanted to hop in and hang out while I do this. I know my talking a lot would probably be fairly distracting, but eh. So that's a swing and a miss from Marias. I'll just check Discord on my phone because it's not really working out on my computer. Alright, it looks like the Royals are... Sorry, I was checking those pings on here. It looks as though the Royals are... Sorry, I was sipping Capri Sun. But the Royals are switching pitchers. Oh man, I disconnected. Oh, fuck. Someone else went live with my friendos. Oh, it was Johnny. Okay, so they're all going live over there. Good God. We'll have to raid one of them whenever this is over. As the Royals now bring in... Who'd they bring in? We don't know. Because Jeff Pazin is too busy hogging all the spotlight. Fuckhead. Sam Long, who had a 3.16 ERA over 42 2/3 innings. He came in in 43 games, so that's almost an inning per game. With an ERA like that, pretty good. The Royals bullpen this series have been so far, pretty damn good. Only have given up 1 hit to the Orioles in 5 innings pitched. See what Long can do here against Henderson and Westberg. Gunnar Henderson, former Rookie of the Year, steps up to the plate as he swings and misses at a curveball down. That'll be strike 1. Henderson so far this series is 0 for 5 with 2 walks and a strikeout. The strikeout coming in this as he swings and misses for strike 2. He also walked in this game, which I believe loaded the bases. The bottom of the 5th as he takes that one for ball 1. Long tried to get him with the slider out. Henderson saw through it though. Decided to stay put. Here's the 1-2 and swing and a miss, strike 3. That's now 2 outs for the Royals. So they are now 7 outs away from taking this series and heading to New York on Saturday. So I got 2 more fucking pings. God damn it. Oh, they're from this server. Westbrook takes a ball there. Comes the next pitch from Long. And swing and a miss, strike 2. One-two count on Westberg. See what Long has. As that ball is taken for ball 2. Check swing, he didn't go. Which I went either way. Draw myself a little Capri Sun. Here's the 2-2 count. Westbrook takes that for ball 3. A slider out. Looks like it just got away from him there. So we now have a full count. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the 3-2. Fouls it off. Stays alive. Here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4. And now the Orioles have a man at first, which brings in Anthony Santander. One of their big bats during the regular season, who's been ice cold so far this postseason. We'll see what he has here in this at-bat. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 1. Santander is 1 for 3 this game with a single and a strikeout. 1 for 7 for the whole series. See what he can do here as he hits that ball up into the air. Isbell's tracking it down, and he's got it. And once again, the Royals add another 0 as we head to the top of the 8th. 2-1 ball game for Kansas City. 6 more outs. And they're in the division series, taking on the Yankees. Actually, no. I'll check Twitter on my phone. I don't really trust my computer right now to look at it. Alright, and we're back. Orioles bringing in Gregory Soto now, who has a 4.42 ERA. Soto was brought in from the Phillies to help with this bullpen. They got him and a couple other pieces for Austin Hayes, whom I believe has been a really good player for the Phillies, but we won't see that until Saturday. It's now a 1-1 count for Isbell. It's going to be Isbell, Garcia, and then Massey due up for this inning. And then we might possibly see BABYYYY Jr. this inning. It might have to wait till next inning. Who knows? But Isbell working the count now as it's 3-1. Sir Anthony Dominguez, another piece. That was the other piece they got from the Phillies. Sir Anthony Dominguez. Soto, swing and a miss. Or maybe it was fouled off. Regardless, that makes it strike 2. It is now a full count for Soto, or for Isbell, as Dominguez is warming up in the bullpen. Orioles hoping to try to close out the game, take the series to a Game 3, as Isbell walks here to start the 8th inning. Now they're showing the speed for BABYYYY Jr., who's currently in the hole, as Garcia tries to bunt for it, but he fouls it off. And that'll make it an 0-1 count. Tries to bunt it again. That makes it strike 2. If he tries to bunt again and it fouls, that is automatically strike 3 and he's out. So we've got an 0-2 count right now for Garcia. See what he does. Seems like he's going to try to bunt again. He does. Fouls it off. Strike 3. That is now the first out for the Royals. Don't really know what Garcia was trying to do there. Don't know if he was trying to set it up for Massey or BABYYYY, but that doesn't really help them out. Maybe he was trying to move Isbell to second to get out of the double play situation to ensure Witt comes in, tries to drive in the run. As Tommy Pham now comes in for Massey. And it's looking like, no, they're just having a mound visit at the moment with Soto. As Pham pinch hits for the Royals. Started game 1 at right field yesterday. Went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. We'll see what he does here. He had an amazing catch out in the outfield. But that's basically all he contributed in that game. As Pham takes that one for ball 1. As for his entire postseason career, which is 32 games, Pham has a .305 batting average and 6 homers. We'll just have to wait and see what he does here. As he hits that ball towards the infield, Henderson grabs it, gets... Does he get Isbell out? He does. He bobbled it as he grabbed it, so he unfortunately couldn't make a play at first. I don't know if he would have had a play at first, regardless. But that keeps a runner out of scoring position. And I wonder what... Oh, they're challenging the call at second. They're challenging that he's out. He didn't bobble it until he had it in his glove. It was on the throw to first where he... Oh, did he not have his foot on the bag? No, he did. Okay. No, he has it in his glove. So that is still an out at second. Don't know what they were trying to accomplish there. I don't know if it was like they were trying to see what the bobble was. And they're now taking Soto out of the game. Are they bringing in Dominguez, or do they have another arm ready? No, they're bringing in Dominguez. So we now head into commercial. Sorry for the Capri Sun ASMR. It might not happen again. grab me some actual water. And we are back with Sir Anthony Dominguez at the plate. He had a 4.45 ERA in 58 2/3 innings over 63 games in the regular season, half of them with Philadelphia, the other half with Baltimore. We'll see if he can take the Orioles to the... as Dyron Blanco is now pinch running. As BABYYYY Jr. is now at the plate. As he swings and misses for strike one, but Blanco will be in at second, and they get the steal. They just showed a graphic about how many steals he had. I think 27 for a pinch hitter, or rather a pinch runner. And he went ahead and stole that bag. Oh, did they call that a ball? I thought Witt swung at it. Okay, so it's 2-0 now. I guess. I mean, go off, I guess. I don't know. But, count is now... Did he swing? Did he swing? We didn't see the call. He did swing. Okay, they fixed it. So it's a 1-2 count, actually. God, ESPN, get your shit together, man. Get your shit together, man. As that is check swinged but fouled. And he stays alive here with a 1-2 count still. O's fans on their feet. They waving their towels. Rallying behind their guys despite being down. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Dominguez gets out of it. And that'll bring up the bulk of the O's lineup. It is still a 2-1 ball game. Heading into the bottom of the 8th. OBS, please. Let me change this. Thank you. Alright, so it's the bottom of the 8th. Still a 2-1 ball game. Orioles still have a chance to come back into this. But we'll just have to wait and see. And now they have placed Blanco at left field, Garrett and Hampson in at second base. As O's fans are on their feet, Chris Bubich in for the Orioles. I believe he was in last night, too. He's got to get 3 outs here. And then the Royals, whoever they put after him, will have to get 3 more outs as Kjerstad hits that foul. I believe they've put Kjerstad in for Cowser due to him getting hit in the hand. As Kjerstad hits that right to BABYYYY Jr., and he grabs it for out number 1. Five more outs for the Royals. As Adley Rutschman now steps on the plate. He's already got a single today. Let's see what he does here. As he takes that one for strike 1. Just barely cracked the zone, I guess. I don't know. It's now an 0-2 count for Rutschman as he swings and misses. Wind up, throws. Ball is fouled off. Rutschman stays alive. Count is still 0-2. 1 out, nobody on for the Orioles. I almost said Royals. Whoops. Throws, and they takes that changeup outside. Ball 1. 1-2 count for the Royals now. Here's the pitch. Rutschman hits it. Witt's got it. Throws it. Out number 2. 4 more outs. And the Royals eliminate the Orioles. Austin Slater in now for Ryan O'Hearn as he hits that ball into the outfield. Base hit. Oh, I guess Slater already came in. Whoops. I must have missed that. That must have been the out I missed a few innings ago while I was A, in the bathroom, B, trying to fix stuff. So I got a ping in Discord. Who pinging me? And Mountcastle hits it right over to Witt, and he gets the force out. And now we are heading into the top of the 9th. Still a 2-1 ball game as Kansas City stays on top. Pour me a bowl of Cheerios, please. Pour me a good old bowl of Cheerios. I appreciate it, thank you. And now cut me a slice of that Domino's pizza. Sorry, I'm ad-libbing whatever I see on the television. It's a Domino's ad. I don't know what this ad is, I don't care. Take a sip of water. We are back from commercial break. Not on stream, in the game. Alright, and it looks like Dominguez is still in the game, as Pasquantino takes that for ball 1. As it looks like Mets and Brewers are getting started over there. I didn't set up a little graphic down there for them. I guess I could set one up. As Vinny Pasquantino has a 1-1 count. He's 2 for 3 this game with 2 singles and an RBI. As he takes that one was way inside, rather. As he takes that for ball 2. Now the ump's meeting with someone. Oh, did Kansas City challenge something? What are they challenging? They're reviewing if he got hit. He didn't. Yeah, he definitely did not get hit there. There we go. Has Pasquantino still at the plate. Fouls that one off. It is a full count. I apologize for not really paying attention. I'm trying to do this real quick. As fast as I can. Alright, there we go. Here's the score for that game. We're not going to be covering that game, but I figured it'd be nice to show that off regardless. But here we are. Top of the 9th, 1 out. I missed the Pasquantino at-bat while I was doing that, but whatever. It is now Salvi Perez. He's got an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Salvi's a 9-time All-Star and 2015 World Series MVP. We'll see if he can lead Kansas City to another one before he retires. They'll have to face a Yankee menace if they try to do that. And that ball is caught for out number 2 by Kjerstad. And that'll bring up Yuli Gurriel, as they're now showing Fernando Tatis Jr., who's currently preparing for his game against the Braves. Bro, dude hit a 2-run bomb yesterday or last night, and it was amazing. Gurriel hits that ball way up into the air. Rutschman might have a chance to grab it. He does not. It is out of play. Dog is barking, going crazy for some reason. Gurriel is 0 for 3, has a walk today. He's 1 for 5 in the series. See what he does here. As he hits that ball up into the air. Looks like Westbrook might have it. He does. And that'll take us to the bottom of the 9th. 3 outs remain. Game still by 1. It's still within reach for the Orioles. They just gotta try to do something on offense. Literally anything at this point. I'm gonna hit you guys with a 2-minute ad because we're about to get one in about 3 minutes. So we will be right back. Hopefully right as the game is coming back from commercial break. But yeah, be right back. To all the subscribers and Twitch Turbo users, how y'all doing tonight? We've got a bit of a longer one tonight, but that's alright. I don't mind. So they're showing a Geico ad with Andy Samberg in it. And they're now showing, DQ's now showing their sauced tendies, which I'm mad about because they don't have buffalo tendies, and I love those. Those are really good. As Mets Brewers has just started, we're about to end this game here, potentially. Bottom of the 9th, Royals need 3 more outs, and they advance to take on the Yankees in the division series this Saturday. As Lucas Erceg steps in for the Royals. He had a 3.36 ERA. We'll see if he can close it out for the Royals. Cedric Mullins, who's already hit a homer this game. He's 3 for 6 in the series. He's been their leading hitter throughout this series, their main source of offense. We'll see what he does here. See if he can hit another bomb to center. He hits it over to second, and that's going to be out number 1 for the Orioles. 2 outs remain, and the Royals get ready to head to New York to face the Yankees. As Ramon Urias steps into the box now. As he hits that ball up into the air, do they have a play? They do not. As the count is now 0-1 for Urias. He's 1 for 3 today. Has a hit. We'll see if he can get a rally going for the Orioles here. Here's Ramon Urias. He hits that ball right over to Garcia, and he throws it over to Gurriel. As 1 out remains for the Royals, and that brings in Gunnar Henderson. Season on the line. He's got 2 strikeouts and a walk at this game, as he takes that one for ball 1. It's a changeup outside he took. Henderson. Ursig winds up, throws, swing and a miss, strike 1. A fastball up and in. One count to Henderson. Ursig winds up and throws, swing and a miss, strike 2 on a changeup, down and out. The O's down to their final strike. Season on the line. As that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Royals sweep the Orioles. And they are heading to New York to take on the Yankees in the division series. And what a series for the Royals. What a series for Bobby Witt Jr. Their star hitter coming through when he needed to get them the win. What a game. What a series for them. Cole Reagan's game 1 comes in, pitches 6 innings, gets 8 strikeouts. Seth Lugo, 6 strikeouts, comes in for 5 innings. The Royals bullpen shuts down the Orioles. And just like that, the Yankees and Royals will face off in the division series. And you know what? Good for them. I had my doubts coming into this series, but, they really pulled through. Their bullpen has been amazing, which I didn't really expect that. That was a huge shock to me. Their bullpen has come through, their starters, you know, Lugo may have given up a run, but overall their starters have come through, their pitching in general has come through, their hitters have come through, especially their superstar player that they locked up before the season even started for 11 years. And with that, the Royals head to New York to take on the Yankees. And with that, that's going to do it for this stream. With this series wrapped up, I will be taking tomorrow off. I'll come back Friday, maybe do some Mario Kart or something. And then Saturday, it's the start of the Division Series. Which game will I cover? Who knows? Depends on what happens either today or tomorrow. Depending on if either of these other two games go to a Game 3 or not. BABYYYY Jr., what a performance. Alright. Let us get the music ready. Hopefully it actually works. It doesn't freeze up on me. There we go. Let us see who we can raid. I believe all the fellas are still doing lethal. Okay, I guess the music stopping while I hit other buttons. So the AL postseason picture is basically all set. As the Tigers will take on the Guardians, and the Royals will take on the Yankees. We might cover one of those games, I don't know. Depends on what happens with the National League on Saturday. But let's head over to... Let's go raid Tina. I'll see y'all over there, and I'll see y'all Friday for something. Then I'll see you Saturday for more baseball. Bye!